Welcome, ladies and gents, to another casted game. We are casting this live. It's Age of Mythology Retold, baby. And we have a very special guest. We have, playing in the red here, we have Batu, also known as Batuan, who is one of the best Age of Mythology Extended Edition and also Age of Mythology Voobly players. Very, very good player. We have him playing Retold now. Let's see what he's going to get up to. He's playing Isis as the Egyptians here in the red. And immediately we are going to be seeing a monument going down. That's quite unusual. Do you normally build a monument straight off the bat? But we are going to see one coming down right now. And we have Isis here. It would be really good with this UI if you could hover over Isis and then it would tell you like the main things about the god, you know, or the goddess. But yeah, we're going to be seeing Isis. But on the top left part of the map, we have a Chinese opponent here playing in the blue as Hades and immediately going for two villagers immediately on to wood here, and then one on to coin. And it's going to be a very interesting game indeed. Now, Hades, many ways of playing Hades in the old version of the game. Hades was very good at going for like a second TC very quickly. Second TC, kind of boom. Then you sort of turtle. You have the amazing god power here, which is the Sentinels. Sentinels, what you would do is you'd put a Sentinel on your second TC. You'd secure that TC for a long time. Sentinels are very, very good early in the game. It's very hard to push in against your enemy when they have Sentinels up. They're very, very good units. So we're going to see how it rolls here for Hades. Also, Hades has specializations for archers in particular. Has some good upgrades for archers, so a lot of the time you will see that as well. Now, something interesting here that our Chinese opponent is doing is actually got 3 vills on coin here. And looking like really wanting to get that temple down quick. Got a lot of vills on wood and coin. And we've got enough wood and coin here to drop a temple. So I imagine that's going to be happening very shortly. But let's have a quick look over at Batu. See what Batu is up to here. Going to be just getting majority of vills onto food. Couple on coin here. Just a reminder for if you don't know about the Egyptians in Age of Mythology or Age of Mythology Retold, is that when you age up, your towers upgrade for free. A lot of buildings are incredibly cheap. All of your buildings cost gold. So the Egyptians are a very gold-centric civ. They rely a lot on coin. And you're going to see that throughout. You're going to see a lot of macro on coin as we get later into the game. So just over 3 minutes, we do see a temple going down, which is nice to see. And we're going to get a second vill onto that temple as well, because we're getting very close to our food that we need. So Batu is going to put another vill on there just to get that temple running along a little quicker. And immediately we already see the temple going down for our Chinese opponent. And he's nearly ready to get into the next stage. But look, he has overgathered wood and coin quite a lot. Not too sure about this opening with all these vills on wood and coin. Not too sure about it. It is delaying the age up a little bit. He does now have the food available. He's probably going to be getting into the next stage. He was trying to get vaults of Erebus there. I'm not too sure how you get that, but we do see that he's going up with Athena, which is you get the restoration god power. Very, very good. You get the Minotaur as your mythological creature, and there's stuff that aids infantry quite well. So we are going to see another house going down. Let's have a look at the macro split here whilst aging up. Looks like a lot more vills going over to wood, which tends to be the thing because you want to get infrastructure down. We are going to see Ajax now coming out, which is very standard. Get him out in transition, get him onto the map, see what he can find. And of course, we're finding some cows here. I don't know. We actually... Oh yeah, we've seen some scouting. Okay. There's some scouting here. Let's have a look at Batu. Not as much scouting on his side, although he is ready to age up. Aging up at 4 minutes 40, a little bit ahead of our Chinese opponent. And you can see he's already doing better across all things here. Eco, a little bit more infantry, doesn't really matter that much, but he is actually down on villagers because he's gone for that slightly quicker age up. And he's going to be sending the Sphinx straight out here. Oh, look at this. Chinese opponent going for very early walls. Does manage now to get into the next stage. Very interesting to see. And the villager does manage to get into that sentry tower. Very, very quick reactions from our Chinese opponent here. Very interesting to see a wall coming up this quickly. We do see another hero unit coming in now for our Chinese opponent. The Achilles hero unit. And Batu needs to be very careful here. Only 1.3 movement speed, I believe. Or is that attack rate? Sorry, no. Movement speed is 5.3. 5.5 for Achilles. So Achilles is going to be able to get a hit on the Sphinx there. And we're going to be seeing... Looks like we've got quite a lot of villagers in the TC for some reason. Not too sure why. I think our Chinese opponent's a little bit scared of that Sphinx running around. It does a lot of damage. Look at that. Huge amount of damage. It's going to be able to get potentially a veil kill. Doesn't. Manages to get back into the TC. And now Ajax is going to try and chase him down. But Ajax is a little too slow. And what do we see? Some counter attacking here from our Chinese opponent. Going to be going in with Achilles. But it's not going to be effective on his own, I'm afraid. And you can see Batu. Look at all the coin coming in. This is what I said about the macro split when you're playing the Egyptians. It's all about coin. And we can see 12 villagers now on coin. And do we see a... We don't see a second TC here at all. I think we're probably going to be seeing an age up here from Batu. I've got a feeling that there could be an age up on the way. Do see coin being mined all the way over here as well. That's quite cheeky. Trying to get the coin further out first, and then you have the safer coin gold mines a bit later on in the game. So very, very brazen here. Very, very scary. And yeah, we can see the heroic. I didn't even know that was going on. I didn't even see it. I'm so bad. But we see the age up now at 7 minutes 17, going into age 3. Very, very scary. And we have the scary combination here. The Ancestors versus the Eclipse. Now, these synergize very well. Ancestors will produce awakened soldiers, myth units. Basically, will produce myth units. And on top of that, you drop the Eclipse. And then it just buffs those myth units even more. So, it's a juicy combo. It's a very juicy combo. And we have the Scorpion Man out as well. Very, very devastating myth unit. The age 3 myth unit there. And looks like Batu is going to start to venture. And Prosperity is now being used. So it's going to really increase the gold rate. And look at this already. We have a Migdal stronghold on the right-hand side of the map. A market as well. So we can start to get traders from there all the way to his TC here. And I think he might just use the market potentially just to buy stuff. I think he is. I think he's buying stuff potentially with his coin. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the Prosperity you can see, it does, yeah, trade caravans gather gold faster as well from that. And he's already got a couple of war elephants. That's quite scary just on its own. This is really scary. And it looks like Batu is absolutely spamming another Scorpion Man. And yep, here he is. And there's another one on the way as well. This is like an Age of Empires 3 fast fortress kind of play here. We've got some devastating units very early in the game. However, economy has slumped a bit. 42 villages for our Chinese opponent. Only 30 for Batuan. Yeah, ISIS equals Spain indeed. It seems like it. And a lot of these war elephants. This is going to be very, very hard to hold off. What has our Chinese opponent got in store? We do see an age 3 coming in, but we don't really see a lot of military. Barely anything. Only 8 population on military. And this is going to be pretty devastating. The Scorpion Man here does have a special ability, I believe. But I'm not too sure what it is. I think it's probably like a sting or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we do see Watchtower coming in. Sentinels are going to go down. Is this going to be enough to hold? I'm not too sure. We don't see the upgrade yet. There it is, the double whammy, ladies and gents. We see the Ancestors with the Eclipse. Can the Chinese opponent hold this off? Look at the shift in the top part of the UI here. Look at all of these minions going in. There is the age up now for our Chinese opponent. He does get the Manticore, but I just don't think this is going to be enough. Unfortunately, the Underworld Passage isn't going to help. He does have Restoration, but I mean, how do you fend off something like this? I mean, it's incredibly difficult, and we are going to see Batu just continually create war elephants behind this. Yeah, this is pretty devastating, to say the least. We've got some good old Scorpions here, doing what they do best. Yeah, this is very, very scary indeed. Very, very scary. We're going to have temples going down, towers going down. These siege elephants are incredibly tanky, and they do a serious amount of damage. 3 times multiplier against buildings. And I don't think there's much else that our Chinese opponent can do here. He's lost a lot of villagers, maybe around 10 villagers nearly. And yeah, looking like Egyptians are pretty darn strong. It's looking like anyway. This fast age 3 here is pretty darn scary. And absolutely devastating. And you can't do anything against these war elephants. Yeah, they're slow, but they just absolutely just come through like a bulldozer. And we're seeing that right now. Going to be clearing up everything left of our Chinese opponent. He has his final villagers, I believe, resting in here. 14 villagers in there. He does have a second TC, trying to rebuild on this side, trying to make some Toxotos, but it's not going to be enough. Villagers are going to be retreating. Oh, yeah, look at that. That poison attack, absolutely amazing. Very, very scary. Looks like they're going to be coming up. Here they come. Oh, there it is, the poison. Oh, with the sandstorm. Absolutely brutal. Going to be taking down like 6 or 7 villagers there. Absolutely huge. And there's nothing more that needs to be done. He's just going to back those off nice and easy. And yeah, it looks like he has this one in the bag. Absolutely crazy game here. Batu, what's your ranking right now? What's your elo? $11.50. Okay. You see a little bit of stuttering here. Hopefully the game doesn't die on me here. It's very unstable. Just FYI, the spectator mode is extremely unstable, especially on my computer anyway. We are having a few issues with it, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to get through this one. And the final march is on the way. There are the Ellies coming in. There they are. They're going to be doing work. Doing some serious work against this archery range. Getting smacked down. Good night. And now moving on to further buildings as well. Man, the Scorpion with war elephants is extremely scary. I'm not too sure how you deal with this, to be honest. It's one of those, isn't it? I think you just really got to mass units up in H2. You got to try and just fend it off. And there it is. The GG. Batu doing an absolute blinder there with a nice fast age 3. And it looks like he's already made a second settlement as well. But yeah, a lot of great things there. I really like the fact that he moved off of his mine here. And he, yeah, so this... Oh, no, he didn't, sorry. The mine is now gone. But I like the fact that he went over to this mine and started taking the one further out so that then he had like this one available still. And he also had this one available. It's kind of a nice strategy to do. Quite risky, I would say, but... I think from seeing that your opponent was immediately walling, that was kind of an unusual thing here, seeing this walling. It really just gave Batu the ability to be able to do what he did. And he did it very well. Let's have a quick look at the post-game. I think we can do that. Yes, we can go post-game. Here it is. So yeah, most resources was actually Batu as well, which is kind of crazy. If we have a look at all resources collected, we can see that he has the eco advantage. Our Chinese opponent has the eco advantage, but it's just too late. Even with the fast sort of age 3 strategy, look at the eco still. Yeah, prosperity just gives the advantage. And remind me of the prosperity, Batuan? Is that the inbuilt thing for ISIS, I believe, prosperity? The extra gather rate. Oh, yes, sorry, the age 1 ability. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yeah, you could just do that and then just get into, like, just produce so much stuff from it. It's kind of crazy. You can see the gold as well. Well, total gold collected. There you can see. Where's the prosperity? There it is. Look at the prosperity, and then just nuts. Really is crazy. And then finishing it off with the double god power there. Quite scary indeed. Quite scary. Yes, Isis is a civilization or a god, or I believe it's just called a goddess or a god or a goddess. Yeah. I mean, she is a goddess. Yeah. There we go. Fantastic. Really enjoyed that.